Hello everyone, this is me Jasneet Kaur. Welcome back to my channel. Before getting into the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Do hit the bell icon so that you don't miss an update. In today's video, we will continue with chapter 10th of class 11th, that is concerns and needs in diverse context. We are focusing on the first section of this chapter, that is nutrition, health and hygiene. This video would be part 5. For all the parts of this chapter, you can check out the description box below. In the previous video, we have talked about nutritional problems and their consequences. In today's video, we will briefly understand the meaning of hygiene and sanitation. I am sure students, you must have heard hygiene and sanitation terms multiple times. But do you know what does it mean? Or why is it important to pay attention to maintain good hygiene and sanitation of ourselves and of our surroundings? Let's take a look. In most of the developing countries, including India, foodborne illnesses such as diarrhea and dysentery are major problems. Especially among young children, these problems leads to dehydration and even death. Looking at the severity and importance of hygiene and sanitation, let's understand their meaning. According to World Health Organization, hygiene refers to conditions and practices that helps to maintain health and prevent the spread of diseases. In simple words, it is a concept related to cleanliness and health. It is a series of practices performed to preserve health. Hygiene is the practice of keeping yourself and your surrounding clean, especially in order to prevent illness or spread of any type of disease. Whereas sanitation is the process of keeping places clean and healthy, especially by providing a good sewer system and clean water supply. It refers to public health conditions related to clean drinking water and adequate treatment, as well as disposal of human excreta and sewage. Talking about both of these terms, hygiene and sanitation, hygiene refers to behavior that can improve cleanliness and leads to good health. Whereas sanitation is more than just toilets. It promotes the facilities, behaviors, and services that prevent diseases caused by contact with human waste. Most of the infections and communicable diseases are mainly caused due to poor sanitation, unhygienic household and personal conditions, and unhygienic means of handling foods. There are certain intrinsic and extrinsic factors which should be kept in mind to prevent and control various diseases. Intrinsic factors like age, gender, heredity, biological factors, social and economic characteristics, and lifestyle factors. Whereas extrinsic factors or environmental factors are related to various diseases like physical environment, biological environment, and psychosocial factors. Let's take a look on these factors in detail. Intrinsic factors are more related with the age of the person, gender, and heredity, which means genes the person has got from his parents. Biological factors related with internal health of the person, which includes the status of blood sugar levels, cholesterol, and level of other nutrients in the body. The other intrinsic factors, which is related to various diseases, is social and economic characteristics. It is related with the economical condition of the person, marital status, whether the person is married or unmarried, and housing, which includes where the person lives in. Lifestyle factors will include the diet, nutritional status, and physical activity of a person. as well as habits and any addiction person is used to. In intrinsic factors, we can take the example a 50-year-old man who is suffering from diabetes and is under the high influence of alcohol. Due to poor economic conditions, he is not able to meet his nutritional requirements. In such conditions, his chances of getting an infection or disease is higher. It also includes the concept of personal hygiene. Personal hygiene includes washing clothes with soap, taking shower on daily basis, washing your hands daily before and after your meal and after going to washroom, washing your dishes and utensils daily, washing your hair with shampoo frequently, brushing your teeth twice a day, and many such activities. Moving on to extrinsic or environmental factors which are related to various diseases. Extrinsic factors are more related with our surroundings. Let's talk about physical environment. It includes air, water, soil, housing, climate, geographical location, temperature, noise and radiation, etc. Biological environment includes individual and all other living beings such as animals, rodents, insects, viruses, microorganisms, etc. These act as a disease producing agents, some as carrier of infection and some as intermediate host of diseases. Psychosocial factors includes emotional well-being, cultural values, customs, habits, beliefs, attitudes, religion, lifestyle, health services, etc. Example of physical extrinsic factor can be if there is extreme level of air pollution, people will automatically get sick. Biological environment example can be if a person is consuming food which is spoiled by microorganisms or affected by insects or viruses, then naturally person will suffer from digestive issues or any severe illness. Example of psychosocial factors can be if the person is emotionally weak and believes in too much of superstitions, then also he will restrict lot of foods. Or even if he takes, his way of consumption would be different. This will further leads to severe complications. Other than these factors, proper sanitation and hygiene, nutrition, and timely immunization are also very important. I hope students, you must have understood the concept of hygiene and sanitation. If you come across any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section below. In the next video, we will talk about hygiene in detail. So make sure you stick around. Meanwhile, if you have understood everything, don't forget to thumbs up and give your feedback in the comment section below. I hope to see you soon. Till then, bye-bye and stay blessed.